Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today I'm going to be giving you an advice. I'm going to be showing you an illustration of what learning a language looks like. I hope by the end of this video you understand what a language journey is. Hi guys, my name is Grace Angel. I'm a foreign language tutor and a polyglot of 5 foreign languages, and I want to give you an advice or a little talk I always give my students to basically help you understand what a language journey is. So before we get right into it, please make sure to subscribe, and by the end of this video, let me know in the comments if you get the picture I'm trying to paint. So without further ado, let's get right into it. If you're watching this video, you probably have a language you're curious about, a language you want to study, or a language you're already studying, maybe for the fun of it, for the love of it, work, whatever reason, travel. You have to understand that you're already on a journey, you're already in a process of something, and this video is basically to help you understand what that process is. So let's say you have a language you want to study. For the sake of this video, I'm going to be using the Korean language, but this applies to basically any language you want to study, whether foreign or even a local language. So I want you to picture a staircase or stairs. Picture this, because this is the picture or the illustration we're going to be working with today. It's called a language journey for a reason. You're in front of this staircase. Let's say you've not taken any steps yet. You're at the very beginning of these stairs. So now I want you to picture yourself, at the beginning of a stair. And now this stair, of course, has different steps to it before you get to the next level or to the top. So a language journey is basically this. At the stair, you're staring at the stair now. You've not taken any step. That is someone who is curious about a language. Let's say maybe a K-drama watcher, for example. This person is watching Korean dramas and they really like it. They're really into it. And, they start admiring the Korean language as well. And, this person is curious, like, they already know a few things. What else is there to know? Like, they're curious about how to speak the language. So now this person is at the beginning of the stair, staring at the staircase. They've not taken any steps yet. Now, when you decide to take one step on this staircase, the first step you're standing on, that is when you've decided to learn a certain language, and in this case, the Korean language. So you're on this step now. Now you've bought your notebook, now you've got your pen, now you're trying to download textbooks to use. That is the first step. Now you're getting applications on your phone for some people, or for some people you're already on YouTube watching videos. That is the first step, learning the Hangul, the characters or the alphabets, whatever. That is your first step. So you're just on the first step and you have other steps to go, but let me explain further. So you take the second step and the third step and the fourth step. That is you who is currently studying a certain language, and you're taking your little steps. Now it varies for some people, this second, third, fourth, fifth step. For some people it takes them 2 months to leave step 2 to step 3. For some people it takes them less than 1 week to leave step 2 to step 3. I'm saying basically whatever study pace you can take, or whatever pace you can take when you're studying, is totally fine. Let's say you started studying a language with Deborah January, and at December, maybe Deborah can make sentences, but you're still struggling to piece 1 or 2 things together. It's fine. I feel like everybody have their own pace. As long as you know you're doing all the right things that you're supposed to be doing, it's fine if your pace is slower or even faster than someone else. So let's say you're taking your second, your third, your fourth, and your fifth step. You're progressing now. You're no longer a beginner, so to say. Now you're pacing your own sentences and you're moving. You're going great. You're going fine. Now you're on the fifth step. You're not technically at the beginning where you started, and you're definitely not at the top yet, but you're moving somewhere, you're going somewhere. And that is what a language journey basically is, when you start from the top and you're moving. So it's called a journey. So now you're on this fifth step. You're not fluent, you're not at the top, but you're somewhere. So now you stop studying, you stop moving, you're not taking your next step, and slowly you're not also doing anything. So basically it's like you're not moving, you're just standing on that fifth step. And that was what it means if you're studying a language and you just stop studying, stop practicing, stop doing what you know you're supposed to be doing, you're relaxing off, and you're just going to stand on that step. So here is what happens in a real life situation. When you get to it, you can just take your next step and move on. But when you're learning a language, when you get it, let's say a month later, you're like, oh, I should really study back, or I should start practicing again. In a language journey, you have to unfortunately take steps back before you have to come back to the fifth step. Because when you don't practice a certain language, when you don't use a certain language, when you don't re-inform yourself of what you're supposed to be doing on a language journey, and you slack, I'm talking 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, some people take months before they come back to where they were in their language journey. You realize that what you knew, let's say 3 months ago when you stopped, is not what you're going to know now 3 months later that you're deciding to start again. You have to refresh yourself, because let's say a simple sentence you can piece together 3 months ago, now you're finding it difficult to even make one or two sentences. You're finding it difficult to even remember some certain vocabulary or grammar points. That is normal. That is because you stop practicing, and practice is important even for fluent speaking people. They always have to practice. You always have to surround yourself with this language to make sure that you're not forgetting, because it's not English that you've been using for 20 something years plus. Now of course you're neutral. This is a language you're just picking up. You're just 5 months into it, 1 year into it. Of course you're going to forget some certain things. And practice is very important in a language. If not, you will forget, and you have to come back to the very first step. I say this because we see it happening even let's say in this country, Nigeria. We're all forced, literally almost forced to learn French in our primary education, but in secondary school and in the university, we weren't taught that, even down to adulthood. And you come to school, you learn French, let's say for 1 hour or 2 3 hours in a week, and when you go back home, there is no French, so you don't practice with anyone, and your friends know French. You come back to school the next day, you probably don't have French the next day until maybe the next 2 days, and it's like there is no practice there. So for someone who maybe did not go back home and keep practicing by themselves, or keep learning by themselves, or keep studying by themselves, they're definitely going to forget. So now what we have is, we have adults who probably learned French in primary school or in secondary school, now learning French A1, which is like the beginning French, like ABCD French, starting from there to numbers now. And they always laugh like it's funny because, oh, they remember doing this in primary school and all of that. But if you don't study or practice or keep using a certain language, you will definitely forget. And when you come back to it, if it's years or months later, however far or however long your break is, you will forget a thing or two, and so you have to definitely go back to the very first step or the second step or the third step, and keep working your way up back again. So when you stop at the fifth step and you don't move up, you don't do what you're supposed to, it's okay to take a break a few days. I myself, I don't study every day, weeks even, but it's okay to always surround yourself with things that always makes you remember that, oh, you're actually on a language. You might have to go back to step 2 or step 3 to refresh yourself, but you have to continue on your language journey. Don't give up, basically. So if you find your way back to the fifth step and you're even moving up than that, you're even knowing more than you used to know, congratulations. So just keep practicing, keep studying. At this point, you don't even have to study like from websites. Now, I'm not saying apps, because apps technically don't really teach you. So you keep using your website or your YouTube or the textbooks you've downloaded or whatever study materials you have. You can even at that point start practicing, like speaking out loud, because what we have is some people who are probably on a particular stair right now. Their own stair is, they know how to, then they know what to say, but they're just scared to say out loud for this fear of being incorrect, like grammatically. And I'm like, will you get off that stair? Like, all you have to do is to just say. Now, if you're wrong, you're wrong. If the person is more advanced than you, they can correct you. The person is a native, they will obviously politely correct you. So you just have to open your mouth and practice. If it means getting on language learning apps, I'm going to put out a video about language learning apps or websites you can meet native Koreans now. So let's say whatever the language is, just go on, find local friends, or even find natives like your country people who can speak that particular language, maybe online forums to find other polyglots as well, and just start practicing that language. So whatever your case is, everyone is different. Now I mentioned so many people and I mentioned so many stairs some people may be standing on right now, and I like to give myself as an example in this point of these stairs now. And I like to tell my students, when I look back at the girl I was some years ago, the girl who was standing in front of this big stair, who was just a K-drama fan. Now I'm standing at the stairs, I'm curious about the Korean language, and I'm wondering about this language journey. I had so many questions. I didn't know anything. I didn't even know others liked this language like I did. I remember when I bought my books, I bought my pen, and I started going to YouTube. I remember back then when I took that first day, I can't really remember most of it now, but I will tell you this: there were some stairs that I was on for months. I some stairs I'm like, you know what, I'm done. I'm done. I don't want to progress. I don't want to study further or practice. So I was tired. I even got to another step up where I was tired. So there were so many little points or little stairs where I didn't want to move. But I kept reminding myself of the journey I was on and how I really wanted to go up, up, up. I just wanted to get to the top of the stairs, because trust me, there is something there. It could be self-enlightenment. It could be just you're proud of yourself. Like I am proud of myself. I'm not even there yet. I'm not even at the top yet. I'm still on my journey. But when I look back at the girl at the foot of the staircase, the girl who hadn't taken any stairs yet, or the girl who just took her first step, I'm so proud of her. I can't even remember most of it, but I just know that if I look back down, it's so far down, but where I'm going, it's like I can see where I'm going. So I'm just gonna keep going, keep practicing, keep studying, keep doing, immersing yourself in this language. It could be for work. Like I said, everyone have their own different individual purpose of why they are studying. Some people, they would feel, I made it, when they can watch a K-drama without subtitle. Or some people feel like, oh, I did it when maybe they visit Spain and they are conversing with the locals. Everyone have their I made it moment, and I think we're all on the journey to get there. So basically, if you're any of these stairs I just mentioned, please Pogi Hajima and fighting, you can do it. And basically, when you're actively studying, when genuinely you're actively studying and you see progress, there's this little moments of joy when you're like, oh, I knew that, or I said that, basically. So if you're also on a stair where you're shy, some people are on a stair where they can speak, but maybe when they are confronted with maybe someone who speaks, or maybe in a position where they are supposed to speak, they freeze and they don't open their mouth, basically, for the purpose of being wrong or for the fear of being wrong. And I'm like, would you get off that stair? Would you just move up? Just by moving up now, just open your mouth and speak. If you're wrong, the person you're speaking to would correct you, if they are polite enough. So basically, don't be scared of being wrong. So guys, I really, really hope that I was able to paint a very good picture of what a language journey is for you all. And I really hope you understood the illustration of the staircase I was trying to give. So guys, let me know your feedback in the comment sections. Like this video and share it to a friend who is also on a language journey. And I'll see you guys in my next video. 그럼 다음에 봐요. 안녕.